the chess player proposed
To their partner.
on a castle.
No. They got down on one knee and said, "Will you be my mate?"
I don't think it would work.
Yeah, you think chess players are getting girlfriends?
Okay, we can skip that one.
Yeah.
What I have in my hands here
Yep.
are just some little baby noodles.
Oh, they're so cute.
So these
Don't scare the snake.
are month-old reticulated peasants. Let's go ahead and bring them.
Yeah, look, I can hold it.
Come on, just support their
In a
bodies.
second.
Support their bodies.
Yes.
And you can show them to stream.
Hello.
We
Wow.
love
Got long
snakies.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of feels like it's choking me.
Oh, she's not holding it.
Okay, this is. She's not
That's just her
trying
body
to.
weight on
That's just. She's just this heavy. Okay, great.
My baby
I feel like I'm getting choked.
Oh my god, Nemo, you are actually fearless.
Alright, now I can go on to this side.
Can I tap out?
Oh my god.
No, it's okay.
Nemo,
I got it.
holy moly. Oh my god.
So lean forward.
Oh my god. This is insane.
Happy 420. Do you know what 420 is?
420?
Yeah.
No.
You don't know what 420 stands for?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, chat. He doesn't know what 420 stands for.
Wait, what does 420 stand for?
Yeah, it stands for April 20th. Of course. That's what it stands for. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You have to update me.
Do you know what 69 stands for?
Yeah. I do.
Okay. 420 is when you smoke
that-
weed. Yeah, and it's like 420.
Oh, I think I've actually heard about that. before.
Okay.
I didn't know it was 420.
Alright, you go.
I'm thinking if I move my queen here,
Oh, wait. Where?
like I'll move it to e10.
E10. Where's E10? Wait.
Nothing.
Wait, where is E10? I'm so confused.
Nothing. It's not on the board actually.
Wait, was that a nuts joke or something that I missed?
No. That'd be weird and out of pocket. Anyway.
Look at the chat and Nemo's Twitch channel, loving every minute. 10-6-6. She's gonna have to dodge a lot of bullets here. Pulte for now looking for a king, a 10, or a 7. Plenty of backdoor draws, including the 3-3. Needs a king, 10, 7, or 3, or this tournament is over. And this tournament is over. Nemo gets the job done. She's stunned, but she's the champion.
Thank you so much, Pulte. It was a pleasure to play against you. Thank you.
Nice
Thank
job.
you. Oh my god.
Spend it wisely.
I will. Okay, 5 push-ups. You guys ready? Ah! Oh my god, I'm slipping. Okay, I'm gonna do it against the doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, workout for the day done. Oh. Whew. Like, I truly don't understand. Like, where is this leg going? Okay, so I think it goes like this, right? And then you want to get into like this position. Like, I think that's what we're trying to. Ta-da! See? My little fist? It fits perfectly. Proof that I punched it. Like, my fists aren't very big. They fit perfectly into each of these holes. And that's why my hand is like beyond bruised. They're quite bad. Oh shit, I should play this. Fudge. Wait, I checkmated? Wow, I'm a genius! All planned! Oh, know who this is. Your girlfriend? Vertosh's girlfriend? Wait, actually, I was fully joking. I was entirely memeing. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. He's dating a chess player? Good for him, I guess. I don't know if that's a good for him in Polish culture. I don't know what chess players are like in Poland. If you have an ELO, I'm automatically not dating you, so tough luck, buddy. Only dating people who have no idea what the fuck chess is. Alright, okay. I'm scared, guys.
Just a little bit. 3, 2,
Let's go, Nemo.
1.
Oh my god!
That was awesome.
That was so scary.
You did it.
Okay, thank you. It was off for like a brief second. Right. It was really brief second.
And you got those dragons dragged.
Okay, thank you so much. What do you get when you jingle Santa's balls?
Jingle balls. Obviously.
A white Christmas.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Are you implying that Santa's balls are white?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What if he tans nude at the beach? How do you know? Maybe he's black from the waist down. How do you know what color Santa's balls are?
Oh my god. Okay, don't worry about it. Let's go play our London only
That's why
match.
you should never tell me a dirty joke. I don't like, you know, it's 2023. We shouldn't imply what color Santa's balls are.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's what we were, yeah.
Is that not the joke? I'm
might get that
21
one.
years old. I want to get the joke. Can you tell me the joke, please?
What's a chess player's favorite TV show?
What?
Pawn Stars. I didn't write these, okay?
Oh god. Oh god.
Alright, hello everyone. Hope you guys are doing well today. Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Yeah, today is a Saturday. I always get the days correct. But yeah, welcome guys. Hope you guys are all doing well. It is a lovely, lovely weekend. So hopefully you're all out enjoying the summer or winter, wherever you might be. But we are going to be doing a little bit of bullet today, and I'm trying to motivate both you and myself to put some money where our words are. So for me, I'm gonna be putting subs on the line, and I hope for you guys, you're gonna put some channel points on the line. Hello. My day has been pretty good. I have been busy, as I always am, but yeah, I am acknowledging that there are two hemispheres. I remember there are two hemispheres. However, I will not remember that I have another stream going on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, please do come over to Twitch because I'm not reading two chats right now. But yeah, anyways, do come on over to Twitch. You guys are great. And you're enjoying the season. That's so good to hear. I actually did hang out with a friend today, which is cool. So yeah, I'll take it. When do I stop playing chess? I will stop playing chess at, I believe, 7. Let me make sure I get the time right so you can set the prediction correctly. But we're going to be playing chess until, yeah, 7. And then at 7, we're going to be playing some poker, as we do. No delay today, so if you guys want to play, feel free to be our guest. Today is a Saturday. As I have the same day, for the most part, as the rest of you guys. Aw, thank you so much, Zuka. I appreciate you, as always. You're great. Thanks so much, sir. I hope you guys are all having a lovely Saturday. There is so much going on today. I was watching a little bit of the streamer games that I guess Ludwig is hosting and everyone is part of, and it was actually so cool. It was actually really, really cool. So we are going to be playing no delay chess. That is correct. We are going to be playing on our alt account. This is the account named Bullet. And oh, I don't have the chess.com. Sorry. Whoa, I thought weird. I thought I had already pulled up chess, but I have not yet. Okay, where did it go? I am not. No, no, no. The Streamer Games is actually a sporting event, not a online event. So this is my bullet account. How do I check my rating? Okay, I'm 2433 right now. 2433. The 2 points competition. I don't know what competition this is, but honestly, that's cool too. So make sure you guys are putting your points where your belief in me is. I am currently 2433, which means that we have to make up for a grand rating difference of 67. 67, which is not a lot, but it is still relatively significant if we were to really go for it. I am fairly confident that I am able to do it. So I have to do it in approximately 1 hour and 21 minutes. I believe is currently the time required. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. That would make sense. So, no problem, I say. Sort of. He wanted to call that the Streamer Olympics. Yeah, well, I think Olympics is a trademarked word because of the Olympics. But anyways, so yeah, it is in 1 hour and 20 minutes. 1 hour, 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna let you guys know that I am... You may not have your points back. You can figure out pretty easily what time zone I am in. It is not the hardest thing. We literally have a command for my time zone. Unless it is wrong, in which case I do apologize for that. But I'm pretty confident. Typically when I try, sort of, 2500 isn't that hard, I say. But we'll see. I feel like it is always 50-50. I either get the rating or I don't, right? So, yeah. And on top of that, our mods are making sure that your Gamba is correct. We're making sure that nobody can cook the books and get more channel points than they should. So, yeah, it's also literally in the prediction for once. Thank you for doing that. So. Oh my gosh, that's so true, Bald. I forgot it. He should have called it the Streamer Olympiad. That's actually so smart. That's genius. That's genius. I love that. He should have absolutely called it Streamer Olympiad. I will be honest and say I messaged Ludwig and was like, please, sir, do you have any slots for me? And unfortunately it was full, but I would have loved to participate in the Streamer Olympics. Or Streamer Games. Now I'm calling it the Streamer Olympics because you guys, somebody mentioned the Streamer Olympics. But anyways. Okay, love to see that you're all in. So, yeah. Hope you guys are, oh my gosh, I don't even know what that is. Appreciate you guys all for having faith in me. Thank you for having belief. No, it's alright. 36 is actually not even bad. I'm just gonna start. Honestly, if I have like 1 hour before... Sorry, if I'm able to get to 36 on my very first try, that's pretty solid. I'll take it. I shall take it. Okay, this is Bullet. Our goal is to hit 2,500. If I don't hit 2,500, I gotta gift out 20 subs. Okay, deal? Deal. You heard it here. Ooh, I see those points going up. I see those points. Alright. By the way, you can make real money using our channel points. As an FYI. If you hit 500,000 channel points, you can redeem to play me heads up in poker for a free roll. And if I lose, I have to pay you 50 bucks. So, just letting you guys know. There's real dollar money value tied into these channel points. If you don't play poker, well, unlucky. This offer is only available to poker. Heads up. Yeah. Well, you don't have to be good at poker. You can also get really lucky. Or you can also just be better than me at heads-up poker. I'm not exactly like a super cracked heads-up poker player, so, you know, I have faith in you in being better than me at poker. I think you can do it, chat. So, you can do this. Absolutely. I have belief in you. If you know nothing about poker, well, that's a slightly different story. But, you know, the fun thing about playing poker is that you can certainly win in poker despite really not knowing anything about poker. I mean, just look at the Celebrity Poker Tour. But, yes. If you do play poker, we are going to be playing poker a little bit later. And also on top of that, you are able to, I don't know what I'm doing here, by the way. I guess I'm just gonna flag him. I don't know. Alright, I'll take a draw. I'll take a draw for our first bullet game of the day where I'm down a lot of material. Okay, I certainly think that if you have no idea how to play poker, it might be a little bit more difficult for you to win in heads up against me, but I'm just saying, it is doable. It is very doable. So, get to that 500,000 points, play me heads up, win 50 bucks, play on Phenom. We have minimum guarantees all the time, including tonight. Tonight there's actually a minimum guarantee. Yes, very similar to Uno, really. I mean, poker is essentially just slightly more advanced Uno. You're still trying to make, you know, variations of 2 cards. In fact, the best hand in poker is double Uno. So if you make... Wait, no, I'm thinking of 2 different games. I'm thinking of Go Fish. My bad. Sorry. I think I've played Uno literally once in my life. But I was definitely thinking of Go Fish. I was gonna say, poker is really just double Go Fish. I mean, the best hand in Hold'em is really just double Go Fish. If you make quads, it's just 2 pairs, really. I'm joking, obviously. That's not really what quads are. But if you think about it, if you stretch your mind a little bit, he or she could have taken a free bishop, but they did not. One would hope that I am winning here, but sadly, it would appear that my position is winning, just not that winning. That's a free queen. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Sorry. I thought that was checkmate. It was not, but that's okay. I have no idea what double poker is. Is this a game that I should know about? But I have played Big O. Actually, I won a Big O tournament not too long ago. Big flex, I know. Oh. Alright, don't explain it to me, Kevin. I don't get it, but I don't want to know. Alright, so we have gained 8 points since I started. I don't even know. What did I start at? Did anyone keep track? What is the original poker? Are we talking about Texas Hold'em? I'm not sure Texas Hold'em is the oldest form of poker, actually. We started at 24.33? Okay, so we are actually... I'm right, 8 points. So... Omaha with 5 cards was the first poker. I have genuinely no idea about the history of poker. I do rather like Omaha. Oh, 5-card stud. Oh, I misclicked. Obviously. It's alright. Very nice of them to not take that rook. So this is actually defended, thank gosh. Otherwise I would have lost. I would have... Alright, it's not that bad. Stud? Yes, I have played stud. I don't think I've played 5-card stud. I've played 7-card stud. I've played 7-card stud high-low. I've played... I'm not sure, but I do like Big O. I do really like Big O. Alright, we have made 16 points of progress. I don't think I've played 5-card stud. I've only played 7-card stud. But I've played a high-low too. This music is way too quiet and soft. Shoot. No, I've never played Apple. But, have you ever heard of Badoogie? Badoogie's the best game out there. For sure. Everyone loves Badoogie. Badoogie and Badacy. Those are my favorite. Well, yeah, I think Badoogie is my favorite mixed game. Badoogie. Badoogie is so satisfying to say, though. I love saying Badoogie. Bro found a really nice tactic. Apple is Big O, but you have to discard a card after the flop. Have to? Like, absolutely have to? That doesn't seem fun. I like Dramaha as a concept. Sort of. I mean, I like it as a concept. I can't say I'm the best Dramaha player, but I don't like having to discard a card. I would like the option, potentially, of discarding a card, but... okay, haven't played that one. I think one of my least current favorite types of poker to play is this game called Archie. I do not understand what I'm supposed to do in Archie. At this current time. Could not tell you. Oh, no, I'm not gonna take. You're not getting a queen trade out of me. Actually, I should have just taken this pawn. What the heck am I doing? This was a free pawn. Ugh. I think it's okay. No, Archie is actually a game on Phenom. You can play Archie on Phenom. I mean, am I going to understand the rules for this game? Not likely, but hypothetically, if you could play it. I think I'm getting checkmated here. Great. You know what else is popular in Finland? Kilo. The Omaha games are quite popular in Finland. So really what I should be learning is how to play all the Omaha games. I guess I'll take that. Oh, wait! Oh my gosh, they could have just taken. It was undefended. Oops. That's okay. I think this might actually be pinned. They might have to go here, and then I can take. I don't know. This is interesting. Awkward silence is also... Well, I would say it's not awkward silence in Finland. It's comfortable silence. It is the sound of everybody being very happy that nobody else is talking.
That's how I would describe silence in Finland. Not that awkward. I feel like I had checkmate there, but I missed it. So we're here now. Silence has social anxiety. Joking. But truly, I do not think silence in Finland is very awkward. I think it is comfortable silence. I really enjoy comfortable silence. Alright, we do have checkmate in 2, so... Okay, we have so far made 7 points of progress. This is, alright, we still have 1 hour. Oh, please. Italians are crazy. I don't understand how one can be Italian. I will never understand Italians as a concept. And Italians are like the antithesis to Finns. God made Italians because he also made Finnish people. They're literally like the most opposite in terms of social... Yeah. True. Being born in Italy is probably a start. Yes. I'm not sure about this move. Is this not just a free pawn for me? Oh, maybe they had bishop here ideas, but then they just didn't play it. That's true. They're on the opposite sides of Europe. It's true. It's true. I like this. Oh? I messed up a little. And by a little, I mean a lot. But that is okay, because we are going to flag them. We have one plan, and that is to flag. Oof. Unfortunate. Could have just taken that rook for free. It's alright, they're pretty slow. By flag is the only way I like to win. This is the most justified way of winning. I don't even want to castle on the queen side. I mean, on the king side. I'm going to castle on the queen side. Oh, they also castled on the queen side. Bro's literally stealing my idea. This feels unfair. I came up with castling. I wish you could claim which side of the board you're castling on in chess, and then your opponent wasn't allowed to castle on that side. That would make the game a lot more interesting. Personally, I would be a big fan. Lost the rook. Flagging is very satisfying, yes. It means that I played a game faster than my opponent. More or less. It would also be interesting to castle the queen, but I'm much more interested in claiming the side I would like to castle on. Because back in the day, think about it, right? If one person already inhabited a castle, let's say like a Grand Duchess of, or Grand Duke of whatever, no other Grand Dukes were allowed to live in said castle. But in 2025, for some reason, you're allowed to castle on the same side. This feels very unfair. Kingside castling should be reserved for one player, and then queenside castling should be reserved for the other. You can make your pitch before the game for which side you would like to castle on, and then you have to stick by it, or you're not allowed to castle at all. It's not the same castle, but still. I don't know, Thomas. I don't know. just brainstorming here, you know? This is a very awkward position for me. As in, they're gonna promote. Unfortunate. Okay, we're back to exactly where we started. Exactly. Point for point. Chatters. Who bet yes? Are you feeling anxious right now? Oh, I'm gonna go for this. I don't know why I went for that, but I did. Okay. Oh no. That's not as bad as the night. Oh, I guess it's bad because I forgot about that. Oops. It's alright. If we play fast, we always have a chance. That was a misclick again. No, I keep misclicking. It's fine. Probably stop. I should probably stop, like, randomly clicking the board. I don't really count chess as a sport, but if you would like to count chess as a sport, be my guest. I don't particularly care either way. I do think it counts as an esport, though. At the very least. Is it included in the streamer games? Exactly. If the answer is yes, then therefore it is a sport. But if it is not... Alright, it's actually sort of close to stalemate, but... Look, I'm willing to advocate for chess for whatever is better for the game of chess. If we would say, let's get $3 million extra in, you know, sponsorships from the Olympic Committee or something for saying chess is a sport, then let's do it. But other than that, I'm not too worried. Thanks, Drexy. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's cool. I should probably get my rook out and then try to take this pawn. I think this would be very good for me. Alright, I guess not. Before we get to chess trash talking, let's just get any type of talking allowed in chess. Right now, you can't say a word. A word during chess. Oh, wait, what if I just go here? Oh, there's perpetual. I should have played maybe b4. Well, that would have been interesting. Alright, whatever. Should you be able to talk at any point during chess games? I mean... I'm honestly pretty indifferent. I don't really care. But I think for the future of chess, to make the game, like... I think it would be good to be able to trash talk your opponents, yes. I don't think that you should be allowed to play, like, just randomly babble on if you're, let's say, in the middle of a high-stakes game of chess. But I do think it would be great to have some events where talking was, like, allowed, at least. Some events. It doesn't have to be every event, but just some. I'm talking about official events, obviously. Yeah, for sure. I agree. It would be interesting to hear what some of the players might want to say to each other. You know, I feel like MVL would do very well in this format, for example. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Hello there. Exactly. I'm personally very excited to be visiting Japan later next month. I'm also going to LA this month. So, got some travel plans coming up. Oh, and then I'm probably going to go to China in October/November. Oops. So a lot of travel coming up. Yes, I'm super excited. A couple of different cities. I mean, China is going to be mostly for League of Legends. If I do go, which is going to be in a bunch of different cities. So probably like Shanghai, Shenzhen. Who knows? Maybe Hainan. Maybe I'll go back to Hubei, Wuhan, all that. Yeah. I'll probably visit my home province and my hometown. I mean, Wuhan is not a big city by Chinese standards, but it probably still has like 15 million people in it. When I say not big by Chinese standards, obviously this is taken with a grain of salt. So it depends on what you think of as a big city versus what Chinese people think of as a big city. Wuhan is certainly a big city in the history books. This is true. A lot of historical events did happen in Wuhan. But as far as, you know, like population and all that stuff, I don't know if Wuhan's really that big. Yeah. My hometown is Wuhan. It's in the Hubei province of China, which is sort of like central China. Not sort of. It is very central China. It is peak central China. Isn't this just checkmate? It is checkmate. Nice, I'll take it. I only speak Mandarin. Mandarin only. Oh, please. A small city in China is like a city with 2 million people. That would be like small. Aw, Fluttershy. I love My Little Pony. Yeah, basically. Hello there. That's basically true. Do I want to play this? Yes, I do. That's true. Is it a city if it doesn't have a cathedral? Now we're asking the important questions. Oh. Well. Funnily enough, there was 97, knight takes g6, but they didn't see it, so I'm a little lucky. Alright, we're gonna go for this. Perhaps. Perhaps not. I guess not. I'm gonna just take... Okay! That's a lot of blunders in a row, Fluttershy. Should not be pre-moving that. Wait, why didn't they just take this? I'm actually a little confused right now. Oh, I guess I can take that and just defend straight up. Nice. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. Yo, I personally would have loved to design a cathedral in my time, okay? Speak for yourself, Peas. I've definitely designed 1 or 2 cathedrals as a kid. Okay. What do you mean? Do I not give off architect vibes? You know, I would have actually probably in like a very distant other multi-universe been a great architect. I used to really like AutoCAD as a kid, and there was this other software that I loved to use to just design rooms and stuff like that. You know, funnily enough, one of my favorite games right now has been this game called The Blueprints. I don't know if anyone else here has played it, but it is effectively like you're drafting your... It's a bit of a puzzle mystery game, but it is so good, which actually reminds me, if you have not yet checked out G2A for all of your gaming discount needs, make sure you're checking out G2A because they have a ton of games on discount. And on top of that, they also have software keys. For example, if you are looking for Microsoft Word or Office or, you know, anything, the whole suites, they have that. So yeah, make sure you're checking out G2A for all your gaming needs. Oh, I loved the, what is it called now? Why am I forgetting the name of this place? Why am I forgetting the name of the cathedral in Barcelona? Help me out here, chat. But yeah, you should check out G2A. I don't know if they have Blueprints exactly, but they have a lot of different games. But I really like Blueprints. It's been very, like, mystique-y. Sagrada Familia, thank you. Yes, that was a tremendous cathedral. I loved it. But yeah. I AutoCAD as a kid. I loved it. I had AutoCAD because I don't know why I had AutoCAD, but I just did. I obviously was not the most familiar. That's a misclick. I wasn't the most familiar with it, but I still really liked using it. I really like designing things, even as a child. Now I'm just designing clothing, but as a kid, I had hopes. Is it on discount on G2A? Hell yeah. One of my absolute favorite, like, architectural pieces in the world is definitely Sagrada Familia. I'm trying to think what else do I really like. I've designed a chessboard. I'm just waiting for the production. My design is a little complicated for the print. I kid you not. The reason that my chessboard has been designed and has not yet gone into like production is because the design on it is pretty complicated and we're still trying to figure out like, oh, how are we gonna actually execute this? So you know how architects like dreams are an engineer's worst nightmare? That is me as a designer. I love crazy things. Like if I'm gonna design something, I'm gonna put everything into it. So yeah. Hate you to the bones now. Yup, I am literally every engineer's nightmare. No, I'm not becoming an architect, but I am. This reminds me of like when I was having conversations about the clothing designs I had. I was so particular. Like, okay, so if we're going to be screen printing this, if we're going to be like heat transferring that, oh my gosh, I am that person. For sure. But I agree, details is what makes things pop, for sure, absolutely. Yeah. I love details. Oh, Dali is one of my favorite just artists of all time. I get a lot of my inspiration from Dali. So, yeah, you can kind of see where my mind is, I guess. Oh, yeah! Basically, they were like, we can't make it sprinkle silver or drip silver off the sleeve, sorry. That technology has not been invented yet. But anyways. Yes, I've been to New Schwanston. I've been to... New Schwanston was actually less interesting than I thought it would be. It is very much a billionaire or millionaires or whoever it was, some broke duke's project. And it looks that way. No offense to New Schwanston. It feels very like Disney, costly, very, yeah. I didn't like it that much, but I thought it was gorgeous. I thought the grounds were gorgeous. The mountain, the hillside that it was built on was really beautiful. It's not even fully built. Like half of it on the other side, if you literally go through the courtyard, like all the pictures are from the side that is completed, but if you literally just walk in and look at it on the other side, it's not even complete. There's like a big open courtyard. So anyways, sorry if I ruin anybody's. Heidelberg Castle is beautiful. I used to live pretty close to Heidelberg when I was living in Frankfurt, and I've been a couple of times, and it's great. So that's definitely one of my favorite castles. I'm trying to think what else. I also really enjoy, like, you know, Japanese castles. I think those are really cool. Yeah. I don't think I've been to Bonn. Remind me again, what's Bonn? Where's Bonn? Is this still Germany? Yep, I've been to Prague. Cute? Yeah, Prague was cute. I really want to bet Himeji Castle. Wait, is that the one? I don't know if I remember that one. Former capital of West Germany. Alright, thanks. That's really specific. Oh, I love Strasbourg. Not Germany, I know. But I really like Strasbourg. Not castles, but the cathedral in Strasbourg is beautiful. I have actually never been to Antarctica. Or Australia. Those are my last two continents that I'm missing. Never been to Pakistan nor India. Would love to go sometime. My best friend is Pakistani. So maybe one day. I'm just gonna take this. Oh, I have been to Edo Castle. Outside of Tokyo, no? It's not actually in Tokyo, from my understanding. I don't know why I didn't just flag this guy. Ugh, Antarctica open. You know, I once went to a poker event thinking I would be the best chess player there. And then I talked to this guy who like won a WSOP Raz bracelet. So for those of you who don't know what Raz is, it's the opposite of stud. And if you don't know what stud is, then just don't worry about it. But I literally was like, oh my gosh, wait. You play chess? What's your rating? And they were like, oh, you know, when I was 16, I was like 2,300 FIDE or something. And I was like, say what? Excuse me? And he was like, yeah, is that good? And I'm like, bro. Anyways, I can't tell if he was doing the whole thing to be like, ah, yeah, not a big deal. Or if he was actually like, well, he hasn't, I don't want to dox his age or anything, but he hasn't played for a little while, so, yeah. Anyways, yeah, not bad, not bad. Pretty decent, I would say. But I always find it interesting when I go somewhere and there's unexpectedly. But it tends to happen a lot in the gaming world, I would say. So it's okay. Oops, I might have messed this up. Yeah, it's true. People tend to get worse once they have a life and find activities that actually can pay for their life. That tends to be how it works. So, unfortunate. That's okay. There's a lot of not GMs out there. A lot. The majority of chess players are not GMs and make a lot more money than most GMs. That is the reality of chess. I am here to de-influence you. being a GM might sound cool on paper, but you have to also really enjoy the broke living lifestyle. Unless you're specifically living in, like, India, maybe. That could be the exception. Yeah, it's a high variance strategy. You gotta roll two things correctly. You gotta roll being born in India, and then you gotta roll the ability to become a GM. So, there you go. Just, get a redraw on your next life. It's much easier to win the lottery first, then become a GM, than to become a GM and then... Yeah, you get the point. Southeast Asia? I don't have anything planned for Southeast Asia, but I do have Japan. That's it. I don't think I'm doing a Singapore stop this time. Shanghai definitely doesn't count as Southeast Asia. I mean, it's south part of China is not Southeast Asia in my opinion, but I don't know. Hong Kong feels a little Southeast Asia-y in terms of its climate, in terms of the people. I don't know. Hey Lion, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. But China in general is not Southeast Asia, but I can definitely see how some people might attribute certain Southeast Asia elements to Hong Kong. No, I don't. I don't own culture. That was a choice. I made a choice. It was interesting. I didn't mind it that much, but unless something very specific comes up, I will not be doing that trip. But it was cool. I felt very businesswoman-y, if that makes sense. Never done that trip before, you know? And yeah, thought that was interesting. Actually not sure about this position. How about I just push? And I'll figure it out from there. Ah! Checkmate. Alright, we actually need to step it up a little bit for all the believers, because we only have 40 minutes. And we have somehow gone back in rating. Which tends to happen. But it's not good for the believers. I apologize if you are a believer, and currently the rating is, I have a plan. Hear me out. Oh. I have another plan. What about this? This is fun. Ah, they saw it. I really just want to be able to sack, man. I really want to just sack this exchange. Let's do it. It's not even really a sacrifice because I get it back immediately with this bishop. See? Fun stuff. Yeah, but what about this? Haha! Easiest checkmate ever. That's true, Gary. Honestly, that's smart. There are 20 gifted subs on the line if I don't complete this challenge, which is looking like it's for... I'm getting further and further from. At least, hey, we're getting back to being 24, 33, which is where we started. So, you know, there's that. Okay, we'll go for this. Perhaps, maybe not. If he tries this, I had plans. I'm just gonna go here. I would love to play this. Oh, I can't even take it. Alright, sad. It's okay. I'm honestly just trading pieces for... Oops. Having more time. That's all this is. Time is of the essence. Everything else is superfluous. Oops. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait, what about this? Watch this. And then I get this pawn too. And then all of a sudden, oh, oops. I just gotta make sure I don't lose this pawn before he runs out of time, and then we have ourselves an easy win. Yeah, all roads lead to flags. Exactly. Doesn't matter if you're winning, doesn't matter if you're lost. Only thing that matters is whether or not you can flag. Which is a mistake I make all the time. Sometimes I actually try to win my games. You should never be trying to win your games. Is this not a free? Interesting. Oh, he had a very good move there. That I missed. Trying to go for this. Ugh. I don't really want to trade off queens. Delay instead of increment, like Bronstein. Hate it. Hate that time control so much. Oh my gosh. This guy is very bad at tactics. Otherwise, I would have lost this game a long time ago. No, delay is so silly. Like, there is no reason for games to have delay. Or increment. There's no reason for your game to last longer than 2 minutes, ever. Really. It's chess, not soccer. Thank you very much. Every time control should be bullet. So, there's this time control called Bronstein time, which was invented by a guy named Bronstein. And he is also the guy who wrote the book 1957 Interzonal, which do not ever read unless you are ready to be bored out of your mind. But if you have a chess coach that is over the age of 55, will 100% recommend to you at some point. My recommendation is to skip this book and not touch it, because it is an absolute waste of your time. You're much better off spending that time that I would have spent reading this book on just simply doing your puzzles. So, anyways, that guy is called Bronstein, the guy who writes this book, 1957 Interzonal. It's based on a very famous zonal tournament called the Interzonal. And at this time, it had some of the best chess players in the world. But let me tell you, there's a lot of draws in this tournament. Anyways, not every game is interesting. Not worth your time. So I would say, like, delay is, instead of having increment, you just are dealt 2 seconds before each move. So instead of having 2-second delay, you have 2 seconds before your clock actually starts running down. And it is an interesting time control, and it is used in certain tournaments to give this sense of there is increment, but still keeping the games relatively shorter. One of the key examples of tournaments that use this time control is, for example, the Las Vegas Open, or at least they used to back when I was 16. So, would not recommend this time control. I hope they've abolished it. It is such a god-awful time control. Either just have increment and make the time control shorter, or just don't have increment and make the time control longer. Easy, in my opinion. But delay is just, like... delay, I think, just is so scuffed. But it was an interesting idea. It was also implemented because at a certain time in life, which you guys are too young to remember, there were chess clocks that were not digital. This is before we had invented the microchip, and we didn't yet have digital chess clocks. So clocks were fully mechanical, which meant that you could either play on a set time or you could just not have a clock at all. So yes, that is once again where delay comes in, because clocks were actually able to set a delay, but we're not able to add time. So yeah. Bro, I've played chess in, like, places where they did not have digital chess clocks, okay? I've been playing chess for 22 years. Back in my day, we didn't even have chess engines. When I was 3 years old, the strongest engine was, like, Baby Fritz or something. I don't even know if Baby Fritz was a thing when I was 3 years old. But I started chess so young. I remember all of this. I'm 25 now. I remember, one of the other downsides of being me is that I have very good memory. So I literally remember when I got the first copy of Fritz 6. Fritz 6 was the first engine for like $180 or something that you could put into your, like, CD drive on your home laptop, and you were able to, like, use a chess engine, but it was really weak. Oh my gosh. I do not remember Deep Blue IBM, I will say. I'm not quite that old. But I do remember Fritz. Yeah. Clocks with actual flags that fell. That is why it is called flagging. Now you know. Yep. I have one of these. Here, let me show you. Yeah, Casio or something was the strongest engine when I was 3. You guys do not understand how far chess has come. Truly, you do not understand. Back in my days, when I wanted to play chess online, I had to go onto this site called International Chess Club. And the options to play chess there, I don't think Bullet was invented yet. Here, let me unpack this. I moved earlier this year and I never unpacked it. Yeah, there was what do you mean? You didn't know I know so much chess history. I lived the chess history, bro. I was there. I was there when everybody in the world insisted on only playing the Berlin. Holy heck, that was a bad time. The Berlin as a chess opening, here, let me show you guys. You guys are too young to understand this, but you should be glad that right now we're currently in the London meta and not the Berlin meta, because the Berlin was even more boring of an opening than the London. So this is the Berlin. You basically play this, and then after knight takes e4, you go here, knight d6, and then you just trade everything off into this endgame, and it's just like a purely symmetrical pawn structure. There's so many variations in the Berlin. It was so bad. It was so bad. Every game was always a draw. Everybody knew like 30 moves of... It was awful. It was awful, okay? Let me tell you. It was so bad, they started implementing this rule called the Sophia rule. And the reason that in certain tournaments nowadays, you have to play until move 30 before you can draw is partly due to the Berlin. Because people would just play the Berlin, and then in like 20 moves or so, they would just be like, alright, we know this is a draw, would you like a draw? And they're like, yes. And then every game in a tournament was a draw. So, yes. Sorry. Oh, apparently it was upside down this whole time. It does not work. Oh, it does work. But nothing is moving. Oh, it is moving. So this is a classical chess clock. So so on this one, it's black for some reason, but typically they're red. I know. Okay. So this is an antique chess clock. This is from, I believe someone said this is from like the 50s. But anyways, it's from Sweden, made in Germany. It has Sveriges Schackförbund written over here, down there, which is why you can tell it's from Sweden. But it does say made in Germany down there. So this thing over here, like if you can see this is called the flag. So there's these little knobbies on the back that you had to wind up, and I cannot control the handles. It's the minute and hour hands themselves because I've lost the key for that. But you had to wind it up. These are wind up clocks. Yeah, so these are like this one is a sliding one, but when I played as a kid, they were mostly like tap ones. So you would tap here. That's how they would work. Yes. So these were, I don't know where you find these for sale these days. I found this in a vintage shop or like a flea market. I found this in a flea market. But yeah, I literally found it just in a flea market. I went vintage shopping with chat. So this one, I don't have a wind-up key, but if I had a wind-up key, basically you would just set an arbitrary hour. So you would put them both at like 3 p.m. for example. And whenever these handles move like a regular clock, it would go up here and it would be considered a flag if it knocked this over. So it would push this all the way up, right? So like this. And then if it fell back down, you have flagged and you've lost the game. So, yeah. Chat did have to speak up to get it. So, no, I found this in a flea market. But yes, that's what this is. So, now you know. That's why it's called flagging, because back in the day, an actual flag used to fall. What do you mean? You're old, bro. If you use these as a kid, you're old. It's okay to be old. But nowadays, obviously, we have digital clocks, which you do not need to do all of this anymore. Yeah. No worries. I can be your auntie. I'll be your older sister. I mean, I've lived this all. I've never had to adjourn a game, thankfully. but I have heard about the adjournments. That will never be me. Oh, I just blundered my queen for some reason. But yeah, you can adjourn your games. You could adjourn your games back in the day. Well, typically they would be wound up for you. So... Okay, this is like a more fun fact. One of the reasons I don't like playing in the US is because most places force you to bring your own clock and chess board. And every time I'm just like, okay, well, if I have to bring my own clock and bring my own board, then why am I even here? You know? So anyways, there was this one time when I was going to play against not Vladimir Kramnik, AkaNemsko. AkaNemsko is a pretty famous chess player from I think the 90s and early 2000s. I mean, he's still around now and he streams occasionally, but he's like a grandmaster, was really good, was American champion a few times. All that stuff, was like I think a runner up to the world championship or something. It gets really complicated. So anyways, I'm not going to go into too much detail. But I did not know. This was my first, like, I was like, why the heck would I have to bring my own clock and board for a tournament that's called the National Open? But turns out you did have to. So I was like 30 minutes late to my game against AkaNemsko as my parents went around asking all their friends, like, hey, do you guys have an extra board? Do you guys have an extra clock that my daughter can borrow to play against AkaNemsko? And I'm just like, but why? Like, why can't chess tournaments just provide you with a chessboard and a clock? And I think, yeah, anyways. So if you're looking for fun tournaments to play, I would highly recommend, especially in a anyways, sorry. So many grievances about that. No, he just expected that everybody else would bring a board to play against him, you know? Which he rightfully should. He rightfully should expect everybody else to bring a board to play with him. So yeah. No, you did not have to bring your chair and table. So... Exactly! Like, imagine you're in the NBA and they're like, so, did you bring a ball? Happens all the time, though. This is just every tournament ever in the US. There are some that are not, thankfully, nowadays, but for the most part, if you play an open tournament in the US, you're expected to provide your own resources, yeah. I'm not joking. So anyways... Chefs do bring their own knives. This is true. You can't bring whatever board you want, though. That's the other thing. I would have loved... Yeah. Yeah, you have to be in, like, the top whatever for them to provide the board and clock. Your Yoshi doesn't move like that. Would be so cool. That would be so funny. I would love that. Do you have to bring your own arbiter to complain? Oh, that'd be great. No, I don't think so. I think they were only accepting FIDE approved boards, but... So... Yeah. I don't know. No, you can't bring whatever board you want. And you are also not allowed to wear jeans. Welcome to chess. This is a no fun allowed. You try to have fun? Mm-mm. It was actually a really interesting game against Gata. I almost drew, but then I made some mistakes in the end game under time pressure. This tournament is actually one of those delay tournaments, so if I had increment, I probably would have actually held the draw, but whatever. It's fine. It's been like 10 years. Literally. That's so funny. You should do that on Culture and then get yourself banned from every tournament in the future. That's really funny. I don't know, Chandrius. I do not know. I could not tell you why they require you to provide your own board. Like I said, this is mostly in the US. If you play in a lot of European events, they will have boards and clocks provided. Oh, when I was playing in the Olympiad back in 2014, so this is the World Chess Olympiad, I was playing for Team Canada. We actually had our game interrupted because somebody had a heart attack in the middle of the tournament. And a lot of people were running out of the event hall thinking it was like a bomb threat or something. And I was too busy trying to draw my end game against like this higher rated opponent, so I didn't care. And I was just like, alright, please let me just play this game. But apparently someone unfortunately had a heart attack and died in the middle of the game. Which is why, like, yeah. That's crazy. But that did happen during a tournament. Yeah, I was locked in. It was so far from my table, I had no idea what was going on. Like, I was in this complete other section, and I was just seeing people run out. And, like, I saw these people in hazmat suits come in. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, there's a bomb threat, and the arbiter made us pause our clocks, and I was like, okay, cool, fun. So, yeah. But yeah. Oh, that's so sad, Jonas. I'm actually not familiar with that one, but yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm drawing this game even if the hull explodes. I don't know, Uncultured. Honestly, I have no idea. I did not follow up on this. Did not look into it further. But yeah, very sad. They were quite young too. I believe they were only like 55 or something. Like relatively young, obviously, but yeah. And his daughter was actually playing next to them. Or like was on the same team. I don't know if she was playing that exact day, but she was like there at the event. So yeah, kind of just crazy. Well, relatively. If I'm building a range in my head when I'm thinking about ages more likely to get heart attacks, I would say 35 is at like maybe 2%, whereas 55 is not like the same at 65, which in my head would be around, you know, like 25% of people who get heart attacks would probably be at around 55. So, like I said, I'm relatively young as far as the range for people to get heart attacks in. Everything in my head is a range. It's all just percentages, and yeah, but it was sad. It is sad. But I am old. Not old enough to be on the warning side for heart attacks, so yeah. Yeah, which is very sad, Thomas. Very sad. It is. If you stress your body, obviously, like, there's a lot of signs going into it, but I am relatively young as far as it is for chances to have a heart attack, or lack thereof to get a heart attack. Which I'm grateful for. Very grateful for. It is good that we're younger. You only get one health. Well, I'm old in the sense that I have been playing chess and I've been part of chess and I am like, unfortunately, literally gone through the Berlin phase of things. Not because I volunteered to be part of the Berlin phase of chess, but I have experienced, like, the last 20 years of chess. It's pretty crazy, I would say. That's quite a lot. I have witnessed with my own 2 eyes over 2 decades of chess. Started at 3. So I actually have witnessed 22, but yeah, we're rounding down to 20. That's a lot. It's a lot of time to have spent on a game. It's a lot of time. What age did I hate chess the least? Probably when I was 3. I think every year after that was just like, oh my gosh. Why? But yeah, anyways. That's about how long, yeah, it's about how long WoW has been out. It's crazy. Could have been a WoW player. I could have been a League player. League came out when I was like 12. I could already speak 2 languages when I was 3, so I don't think so. My mom taught me English really young. And then I was living in France, and everybody around me spoke French. So it was either speak French or not talk to anybody at all. Sometimes I went for the not talk to anybody at all option, but yeah, I lived in like China and France before I turned 3. Choosing to not talk is valid for sure. Yes, absolutely. Not very well. Since living in France, the only French I've really learned is in high school. Je parle un petit peu de français. But all my French that I currently know is actually from high school, because I moved out of France when I was 4 to move to Finland. And I didn't pick up French again until I was like way older, like until I was like 12, 13. So I didn't speak French for basically 9 years of my life. But yeah. Quebecois. I do speak Finnish. Yes. I'm much better at Finnish than I am at French. I'm much more comfortable in Mandarin than Finnish. I also have never had a chance to speak Finnish. I've gotten to meet 2 Finnish people in like 20 years. Literally. Oui, je parle français, mais ici, nous parlons anglais. Merci. We have a very strict English-only policy here. Thank you. Literally 2 Finns. This is not like an exaggeration. I've met 2 Finns in basically 20 years. I have not been to enough Formula 1 races. This is correct. I want to go to more Formula 1 races. Absolutely. I did not like macaroni latigo. Macaroni latigo. I can't even pronounce it correctly right now. No, my favorite dish at school was honestly just like whatever the peruna bread thingamajigs were. Those were the best. And then I like lohigeito, which is salmon soup. And I liked... What else did I like at school? So basically in Finland you get free school lunches. That's where this is going. I think the Finnish school system sucks. Honestly, it's very easy. It doesn't teach you a lot. But the one advantage of it is that it gives you a lot of free time. So, let's say you're an aspiring 4-year-old chess player. Oh, free lunch is great. That and free lunch. They give you a lot of time. Like, there's no homework basically ever. You can just do whatever you want with your life. And everybody is treated equally, which for some people this might seem like an advantage, but for me, I was bored out of my mind at school, and I really didn't like going to school. Well, I didn't really like going to it's not that I didn't like going to school, it's that I would have arguments with my teacher all the time about how they would want to pronounce words, and I would be like, "Nuh-uh, that's not how you pronounce this word." Because we didn't have English-speaking teachers, they were all like Finnish first, and I was just like, "Bro, you're literally pronouncing this word wrong." And they would call my parents, be like, "Your kid is telling me how to do my job again." My parents would be like, "Well, yeah, because you're wrong." And then they would be like, she can't do that." And they'd be like, "All right, fine." So anyways, I didn't really like a lot of things going on in school, but it was good for my purposes. If that makes sense, yes. Like... Yeah, I caused a lot of trouble for my teachers as a kid. I was like testing into grade 8 level math by the time I was in grade like 3. And there's no like gifted or advanced or anything. I was doing this thing called the middle years the primary years program. It's a part of this international baccalaureate program thing, and they just didn't offer like a higher level of these classes, and I was like, okay, well. So I was really bored. So I had a lot of time to play chess. It's a long story short, a lot of time. I had no homework, just could do whatever I want, was like so free. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say equal in the sense that you're like... Yeah, no, I would say that. In Finland, you're treated very equal. Like, if you need additional help for something, they're gonna do everything they can to get you that help. If you are, like, special needs and need a dedicated teacher, need a dedicated assistant at school, there were a couple of kids that were special needs. We had, like, an attachment to our school, and it was basically, like, 20 kids or something, and they had, like, maybe 2 people each for each kid. I think Finland does an excellent job of providing you with whatever type of assistance it is that you need. I think Finland does tremendous on that. They truly, it's like this whole, I guess, equality versus, yeah, whatever conversation, but they do, like, an insane job on that. They're getting rid of that system? Oh, that's so sad. But yeah, like, they made sure that nobody was left behind in Finland. They really did. So. I disagree. Why is it wasting money? You're helping people. You're providing kids who would otherwise not be able to attend schools like this. And you're giving them the opportunity to attend schools like this. Oh yeah, for sure, Connor. No, Finland was the opposite. But I strongly disagree with that. I think it's good to be in a system that values you as a human, regardless of what you might have been born with or born without. I think that's healthy. I don't think it was in all schools, but there were probably some dedicated schools to do that in. That they were able to do this in. So. But it is sad to hear that they don't offer that anymore. I think there's a lot to be learned from the Finnish school system. I do feel like it was a little lackluster for me personally. But I can't complain too much. Whee! Alright. We flagged at least Master Baby Yoda. Unfortunately, it looks like we will not be getting 2,500. I wish I was a goof in all the subjects. Turns out I didn't need to do any of the schooling stuff at all. Yeah, I was like, my parents would get really mad at me if I didn't bring home straight A's. So, I did my best to bring home all straight A's. And there was this one year that I got like a B in French or something. I don't remember what it was. And they were so mad. So mad. And they were like, you can't ever do this again. And I was like, okay. But yeah. B is for basically failing. This is correct. This is true. Yes. B is basically failing. On the Chinese report card. A is for acceptable. Oh, my microphone. I think my mic... Wait, can you guys hear me? Oops. Sorry. My mic just died. For a moment. That was a misclick! No. Oh! Thank you for the $10 on YouTube. I appreciate it. You guys should come over and watch on Twitch if you're watching on YouTube, by the way. Much better place to watch. No, I was not feeling hurt when my microphone wasn't working. Much better place to watch. But you guys should come over. I literally did not realize that's what it was. Alright, well, thank you very much for the $10 on YouTube. I don't even know how that works, but I'll give a little heart for that. But you guys should honestly come over and watch on Twitch. Much better place to watch. Twitch is honestly it was built to be a live streaming site. So you can use fun Twitch emotes. The way that the chat flows is much more comfortable in my opinion. It's like colorful, it's got fun usernames. On YouTube, a lot of people are just kind of stuck with whatever they sign up with, so I'm not saying that I don't want to see your full legal name, but I really do not care that much about your full legal name. Yeah, it's a great place to post videos. I don't think it's such a great place to live stream, but that's okay. Yeah, fun username is great. And also, the chatters are way cooler. But, I stream on YouTube because a lot of people have no idea that I even stream because they just watch me on YouTube. So this is my way to tell people that, hey, by the way, I am a live streamer, and I had no idea that you're able to change your YouTube username, honestly. I had no idea. But, like, for example, I can see somebody's name is Sivachandran Ganesh Muthu. And, like, you have a really cool name, sir. But could I propose that we shorten that up a little bit and keep with the name, like... B-dubs, you know? B-dubs is so much fun to say. Or Connor McChicken. It's so much fun to say. Yeah, I have not figured out how to stream on Instagram. So we will not be streaming on Instagram for a little bit. Yeah, like, I just feels like every time I read something on YouTube, I just get their full legal name. And I'm like, I don't know, this is so awkward. This is, like, way too personal. No, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. But I think that's where a lot of people discover me too. A lot of people have no idea, like, I stream because you're watching my short form content. And my majority of my time is not spent on short form content. Like, all the stuff that you guys see on shorts and all the things you guys see on YouTube are all clipped from live streams. So you could also just watch the source material. Having your full name online, I just feel is so awkward. Like, I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable. Like, this is way too personal, my good sir. I do not want to share my full name with anybody. And unfortunately, it is out there on the internet. And everybody else who wants to be using their full name, hey, look, I will respect your decision. But yeah, like, identity theft is real. How do you feel comfortable having your full legal name as, like, your YouTube pro? Like, I don't get it. Yeah, go back to being Pixels. So anyways. That's crazy, Lamons. That's crazy. I don't want your identity. Yeah, is that your legal name, Adam? Ramen Forever is a great name. That's like a very witty name. I think there's also beauty in becoming like witty with your name. There's a certain level of beauty for that. So, but now that I am actually on reading YouTube chat, someone asked me, did I go to college? And if yes, what did I study? I did a double major in econ and math with a stats minor at University of Toronto and was going to end up going to quant. So we're no longer doing that. You don't even have a credit card? How'd you buy subs then, Redbird? Hopefully not your mother's credit card. Wouldn't want that to happen. Okay. We will be swapping over to poker. So once again, if you are watching on YouTube, this is another great reason to be watching on Twitch. Come on over and we shall also be gifting out our 20 subs on Twitch. What else do you buy stuff with? Should try rating usernames. There's some really creative ones out there, like Unholy Donuts. Unholy Donuts is a great name. I like that name. He pays for subs in cash. Yeah. Poker is my... main competitive game. It's the game I play more competitively at the time. I have! We did a whole Balatro run. Okay, but yeah, seriously though, if you guys are watching on, YouTube, come over to Twitch. I'm swapping over to the poker category over here. In India, there is no identity theft. That's a bold claim to make, sir. That's a very bold claim to make. But if you say so, you must be correct. Okay, so we're gonna be playing in the $500 guarantee tournament. As well as play